there's peace where you are. And there's joy where you are. And there's love where you are. And God, we just thank you. We thank you that you've allowed us to come into this place on this day. God, I pray that you would just use me, that you would empty me of my own self so that you might be glorified, so that you might get all the honor and the praise and the glory. Use me just as the vessel that you have created me to be. God, I pray that the word that you bring forth today might cause change, that we might leave this place and not be the same. Pray that everything that I say and do be acceptable before your sight. In your precious name I do pray. And the church said, Amen. Amen. If you would open up your Bibles. And go with me. Let's start at James 4. James chapter 4, verse 17. The song said, "For your glory, I will do anything." But I came to ask you today, will you do the right thing for God's glory? Yes. Touch your neighbor and say, will you do the right thing, for his glory? Amen, amen. James chapter 4, verse 17 says, anyone then who knows the good he ought to do and doesn't do it sins. Just that simple. Read it again for y'all just to make sure. Anyone then who knows the good he ought to do and doesn't do it sins. Go back with me if you would. Our lesson will come from today is Romans chapter 6. Romans chapter 6. When you have it, say amen. If you need more time, say hold on. Okay. Romans chapter 6. Yep, we're going to do the whole chapter. Getting at the first verse. Romans chapter 6 reads, if you would please rise for the reading of the word. Romans chapter 6 says, I'll be reading from the Message. So what do we do? Keep on sinning so God can keep on forgiving?
Come on.
I should hope not. If we've left the country where sin is sovereign, how can we still live in our old house there?
Come on.
Or didn't you realize we packed up and left there for good? Tell your neighbor, for good.
For good.
This is what happened in baptism. When we went under the water, when you guys go under the water today, help us Holy Ghost, we left the old country of sin behind. Ask your neighbor, what country are you living in?
What country are you living in?
Jesus. When we came up out of the water, we enter into the new country of grace.
Come on.
A new life in a new land. That's what baptism into the life of Jesus means.
Come on.
When we are lowered into the water, it is like the burial of Jesus. When we are raised up out of the water, it is like the resurrection of Jesus. Help us, Holy Ghost. Each of us is raised into a light-filled world by our Father so that we can see where we're going into our new grace sovereign country. Could it be any clearer? The word says, our old way of life was nailed to the cross with Christ. A decisive end to that sin miserable life. No longer at sin's every beck and call. What we believe is this: if we get included in Christ's sin-conquering death, yes, Jesus, we also get included in his life-saving resurrection.
Come on.
We know that when Jesus was raised from the dead, it was a signal of the end of death as the end. Never again will death have the last word. When Jesus died, he took sin down with him. But alive, he brings God down to us. From now on, think of it this way: sin speaks a dead language that means nothing to you.
Come on. Come on.
God speaks your mother tongue, and you hang on every word.
Yes.
You are dead to sin and alive to God.
Yes.
That's what Jesus did. That means you must not give sin a vote in the way you conduct your life.
Come on.
Amen.
Ooh, we can stop right there. Don't give it the time of day. Don't even, oh please hear this word of God, don't even run little errands that are connected to your old way of life. That means there are some places we can no longer go when we become saved. There are some people we can no longer associate with when we become saved. There are some drugs and some alcohols that we can no longer be associated with when we become saved. We can't even run a little errand. What does that mean? If you're an alcoholic, you can't even go to the club. You can't go to your friend's house if they're serving alcohol.
Come on.
Y'all better follow that.
Come on now.
There are some places we cannot go, and we have to acknowledge that. It doesn't mean that I'm putting you down because you still getting high and smoking weed. It means that I got a new life. I've been saved in Christ, and I can't be around that because we already know that temptation is easy to fall into.
Come on.
How many of you know it's easier to do wrong than it is to do right?
Amen.
Okay, let me keep it real. Let me keep going. Throw yourselves wholeheartely and full time. Ask your neighbor, are you full time with Jesus? Remember, you've been raised from the dead into God's way of doing things. Sin can't tell you how to live. After all, you're not living under that old training any longer. You're living in the freedom of God. You may be seated.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Why we should do the right thing. We should do the right thing because it's the right thing.
Come on.
I could give you some fancy biblical backing on why we shouldn't sin, but the truth of the matter is, if we claim to be Christian, then we do the right thing because
It's the right.
it's the right thing.
Amen.
But I came to be honest with you and tell you that doing the right thing ain't easy. But I won't go to hell trying to please me. You better follow that. Doing the right thing ain't easy. But I'm not willing to go to hell just to please me. Because how many of you know that? The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And so what happens is we get into these situations where every day we have to choose to do the right thing.
Amen.
Anybody? Anybody? Every day it's a constant struggle to do the right thing. We do the right thing simply because we acknowledge in our right mind that it's the right thing. So if we know that it's the right thing, we have an obligation to do it.
Amen.
It's really just that simple. Said that the song said, "For your glory I will do anything." And so I asked you, will you do the right thing? And I came to tell you that the glory is in doing the right thing. Well, what is the right thing? I brought my pals along with me today. Peter the dragon. Y'all remember Peter?
Yes.
He's been away for a little while.
Yeah.
He took a sabbatical.
What's that?
It's a break. As simple as I can put it. Anybody remember what's his name?
Mr. Owl.
But what's his name?
Moses?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Moses?
You got it. So Moses the owl and the dragon.
Peter.
Peter, hold on just a second.
You only got 2 minutes, guys.
Okay. Sorry, we had to work out our skit. I forgot I was going to need help since I was using both of them. So, Peter the dragon and Moses the owl are having a conversation. And they're chilling and they're at school. And they're leaving the cafeteria. And they're just walking along. Hey, you having a good day? Yes, I'm having a great day, Moses. How are you? I'm having a pretty good day myself. Did you learn anything in class today? No, I wasn't paying attention. Teacher was boring. Your teacher's boring? I never have teachers that are boring. They're all so smart and have so much knowledge. Well, I don't know about any knowledge. My teachers are boring, boring, boring. Hey, you want to go get some ice cream? No. Why not? I don't have any money, but I'll go with you. Okay, let's go. Peter says to self, yes, there's $1 on the floor. Wow, there's $1 on the floor. We're going to get ice cream. There's $1 on the floor. Oh, should I get that $1? Should I get the $1? Should I get the $1? To self, he says. Look around. Yeah, we're not in a room full of people, so we don't see anybody. Okay. I got the $1. I'm getting ice cream! Hey, Moses! Yes? Let's go get ice cream. Well, I thought you said you didn't want to get ice cream because you didn't have any money. Money now. Well, where did you get money from? I mean, it was just like 2 seconds ago when you had no money. I found $1 on the floor. It was God. He was blessing me. Peter, you found $1 on the floor. We're at school. Whose dollar is that? I don't know. God sent it to me because he knew I really wanted some ice cream. No, Peter. Peter, that's not your $1. It doesn't belong to you. But I don't have any money for ice cream, and I thought God heard my prayer and sent me $1. No, Peter. Somebody whose $1 that belongs to lost it. And we need to return it because it's not yours. But why do I return it? They lost it. Finders, losers, weepers, finders, keepers. Peter, are you saved? Are you Christian? Yes, yes. Don't make me feel guilty. I'm not. But you know, keeping the $1 is just not the right thing to do. But why not? God blessed me with it. He sent it down because he knew I didn't have any money to go get ice cream with you when I really wanted ice cream. Because I like ice cream. Peter, embarrassed. I'm disappointed. It's not the right thing to do. I know that sometimes doing the right thing is not easy. I know that I didn't see you pick up the dollar and nobody else did, but God saw you. God sees you doing the right or wrong thing no matter where you are, because God is everywhere. Moses, all your religious is just really, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm just dead. But you know what? You're right. It's not the right thing to do. And I never thought about the fact that God is always watching me. So I'm going to do the right thing. And thank you for being a friend to tell me to do the right thing.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Excuse me, I think you lost your dollar, which really belongs to Pastor, but you can have it for now. Please return it to its rightful owner, because it's the right thing. Give it up for Moses and Peter. It really is that simple. It really is that simple when we're tempted with the temptation to steal, or to be nasty to someone because they've been nasty to us, to gossip, to talk about somebody. It's really that easy.
Amen.
To do the right thing.
Yes.
A lot of us in our lives feel used and abused because we always help people. And so we say, you know, I'm not gonna help them anymore. But I want to put a different spin on that. If someone is in need of help and you're able to help them no matter how many times you help them, and I know this hurts, it's the right thing to do if you can do it. I know y'all, I know nobody likes to be told that. But the truth of the matter is, it's the right thing. It's the right thing. I'm not saying you let people run over you and continue to use and abuse you, but if you ask me for $5 and I do have $5 to give you, it's the right thing. It's the right thing when people are gossiping about each other or talking about a situation. We defined, and I want to define it for you here today, we defined on Thursday in Bible study what gossip is. Gossip is speaking about someone else when they are not there, whether it be truth or false. It's gossip.
Come on.
Now, how many times just this week have you been challenged with doing the right thing?
Every day.
Every day it's a struggle.
Every day.
Listen, you find $20 and you ain't got no money, that's what we do. We be like, oh, God just blessed me. He sent it down. Truth of the matter is somebody lost it that might need it. And it was theirs. Now, granted, I understand that you're like, well, Pastor, I found it in the store. I ain't know whose it was. Well, how about you return it back to God? Amen. Put it in your offering plate. Oh, I know. I'm just saying, we use that excuse of we can't find the person. I done did it before. God don't let me find money too often. But when I do, I be like, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Can I be real with you? It's a blessing from the Lord. God bless you. It's a blessing. God knew I needed it. And He said He would send it to me somehow. But the truth of the matter is, whoever lost it probably needed it more. And even if I can't return it to them, I can return it to Him, which is really returning it to them.
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
I wanna understand why we as Christians find it so hard to do the right thing. Like those of you that are going to be baptized today, you're making a commitment, an hourly commitment to do the right thing. That means even when I'm angry, when I'm upset, I still got to do the right thing. And can I go a little bit further? I got to say the right thing.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on, Pastor.
See, on Sunday morning, we love the I'm a Christian
Come on.
title.
Come on. Come on.
But man, when we step in that job on Monday,
Okay.
he ain't done with me yet. He's still working on me. I use it all the time. The truth of the matter is, as a Christian, I got to do the right thing. It doesn't matter if it's at work. Doesn't matter if it's at school. Doesn't matter if it's at home. Your mom or dad drop $1. You don't realize they dropped $1. They don't realize they dropped $1. So they get ready to go to pay for something for you to eat, and they're $1 short. And you done took $1 and hid it, right? Instead of saying, "Hey, Mom, somebody dropped $1." Anybody ever? When I was a kid, you would play with each other's toys. Have you ever broke your friend's toy? Put that sucker back together just enough and hid it and put it back up and act like you ain't never touched that whole toy the whole time you played. I'm the only one. That wasn't the right thing. Wasn't the right thing. If I break it, I own that I broke it. It's my responsibility. Go a little bit further. I'm trying to go adult kid, as y'all see. If I hurt my friend's feelings, my friend hurts my feelings, the right thing is to tell them, "You've hurt my feelings." Your partner hurts your feelings. Your children hurt your feelings, but some of y'all got some kids that hurt your feelings.
Come on now.
The right thing is to let them know. Because see, I can't correct my wrong if you're not willing to tell me that I'm not doing right. Does that make sense? And a lot of times, when we're in relationships with each other, intimate, family, spousal, we're afraid to say, "I'm hurt. I'm disappointed. My expectations were not met." We're afraid to say those kind of things. And when we don't say it, when we don't call a thing, we end up without nothing. Because we've allowed our relationship to become hidden. Our feelings are hidden. You don't know that I don't like the fact that you leave your shoes in the middle of the floor and I trip over them. Amen?
Amen.
Yeah, I'm talking to somebody. I ain't the only one. I'm just saying. So the right thing is to let you know that I really would like to not trip on the shoes in the middle of the floor. It's okay to do the right thing by letting someone know if they have not met your expectation, they have hurt your feelings, they have stepped outside of the covenant that you have made with one another. The problem is we always want to twist the right thing and make it acceptable. We were in Bible study on Thursday. I'm telling y'all missing some good stuff, just so you know. I ain't going to keep giving y'all these commentaries from Bible study. I need y'all to show up. We're talking about the 10 Commandments, and we're talking about Sabbath and not working. And it was just amazing to me how we kept trying to find a loophole in what Sabbath meant. Well, is it rest if I go to a party? Is it rest if I do this? Is it rest if that? And rest in that? Truth of the matter is, it's time for us to stop bending what's right. Because right can't change the wrong. You ever heard somebody say you can't make a wrong right, or you can't make a wrong right wrong? Two wrongs don't make a right. Truth of the matter is, no wrongs make a right. But every single day of our lives, we are challenged to do right. And that's because God gave us free will. The problem is we take advantage of free will and we call on our two best friends. Anybody want to guess what they are? Grace and mercy. God's got grace and mercy on me. But you knew you were doing wrong before you took those bag of chips. You know you were doing wrong before you called that person and cursed them out. You knew you were doing wrong before you blasted this email on Facebook. You know you were doing wrong before you used somebody else's credit card that didn't belong to you. You knew you were doing wrong when you put that, whatever y'all call that stuff, to your mouths and smoked it. You knew you were doing wrong when you drank overly abundantly and were drunk inside of the club. You knew you were wrong. You cannot continue to sin. I know people don't like. You cannot sin and go to heaven.
Come on.
It just don't happen. Yes, God forgives you. But once, the Bible says, when the woman, the adulteress, came before Jesus, and Jesus said, any of y'all without sin, go ahead and cast your first stone at her. And nobody could throw a stone, right? Because they had all sinned. And so Jesus said to her, did anybody throw a stone at you? And she said, no. Did anybody condemn you? He said, no. He says, well, I don't condemn you either. But go and sin no more.
Amen.
When we go and sin again, we didn't get the lesson.
Come on.
We didn't really want forgiveness because we do the same thing. We can no longer make excuses for sinning.
Come on.
A sin is a sin is a sin. And I don't care if you go out and you murder somebody, or you cheat on your spouse, or you're disloyal, or you steal. A sin is a sin, and none is greater than the other.
Amen.
See, we've put this hierarchy on sin. We've allowed society to put this hierarchy on sin. Child molester, murderer, thief, they're all the same. They're all the same. Does one emotionally pull on us more than others? Absolutely. But guess what? In God's eyes, it's all the same. It's all the same. What I'm saying to you, people of God, is that we have been patty caking our belief in God. We have said, I want to follow you, except on Saturday night.
Come on.
Saturday night, I want to get high. I want to get a buzz. Or maybe it's Friday night and my parents are in the other room and I need my chip high, or I need my sweet high.
Come on.
Some of y'all better recognize there's some kids that have addictions. And then tomorrow when I go to church, I'll be saved again. That's how many of us are living our lives. Sunday's the only day we got any worship in us. Sunday's the only day we got any praise in us. The rest of the days we chilling doing our own thing. We say, Jesus, take the wheel if we get in a mess. Otherwise, we driving. Music bumping, and it ain't worship. And we ride to our next destination. We ride. That's how we live our lives, Monday through Saturday. Then Sunday we come in here, we holy. We got the most religious Facebook status ever. I want you to do this. I want you to go back from last week and I want you to start at Monday. No, I want you to start at Sunday. And I want you to screenshot all of your, open up a Word document and screenshot all of your posts. Start with Sunday and work your way to Saturday. Who can I choose as an example?
Nobody.
Nobody? Choose myself?
Yeah.
No problem.
Mommy's like,
Ain't nothing
All right, let's start from Sunday. If y'all don't mind, bear with me for a little bit.
I love my wife.
What was the date for last Sunday?
24.
24. Yeah, okay. Take me back.
Wait, what are we checking for?
May 24th. Sorry, my page is really busy. But I want to show y'all. I want to show y'all what I mean. Cause I have well, for me it was a do-right, but it probably wasn't a do-right for Jesus. Bear with us. Bear with me. Lord, girl. Talking to myself. I'm on my page, but I'm trying to get to the 24th.
Will you stay busy? I'll stay busy.
Wow.
Now you see how much you posted.
Yeah.
That's all we see.
Y'all should unsubscribe to me if y'all don't want to keep up with what's going on in the world, man. I'm telling you. So I tell people, just unsubscribe. You can still be my friend. You ain't got to unfriend me. Just unsubscribe. But then don't be like, oh, Pastor, I didn't know that was going on. I promise I'm coming. Okay, here we go. Let's see. All right. 24th. That was the 24th? Y'all sure that wasn't the 25th? That was Sunday? Okay. So 24th. That was at 3:30. Oh, I'm not in between here. Okay, so I didn't post in between. Okay, so learning to stop and smell the roses. Number simple things. Number practicing what I preach. That's Dallas posting, tagging me. May 24th. Take a vacation at your own house. Number I'm in Bahamas and the water is great. Good movie, Selma. PSA, Education for the Soul. Memorial Day is where we celebrate the soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Veterans Day, we remember those who served and still serve, who made it home. I honor all soldiers who died on the battlefield fighting for our freedom. Thank you, and you aren't forgotten. I had to share this praise dance they did for my birthday. Every time I watch it, it blesses me all over again. Thank you, Kizzy, Summer, and Dallas. Love certainly does bring change. Number, my current situation, still in my pajamas. Number, chilling. Number, smelling the roses. Number, I'm in no hurry.
Hashtag.
Oh, hashtag. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get it right for the new generation. Finally got dressed. I worked hard. Yep, I don't mind showing off my progress. Hashtag summer body. Hashtag I work out. Hashtag weight loss. Loving all of me. Do you have a root cup? If so, refills are free all day today. Yes. Jack's Beach is thick. My current situation, number beach life. No, not number, I'm sorry. My current situation, beach life, beach bum. I left off the hashtag just because I can't remember. I'm eating tangerine snacks while she enjoys the water. Hashtag I'm out of snacks, laugh out loud.
That is not the right thing to do.
Correct. Number one, you got it. That's the first one. Dalen is so tired, but he's pushing through by making a sandcastle. Food, friends, and fellowship. We had a full weekend in our own city, and wow, it was awesome. We had some pastor friends here from other cities, and it was a nice retreat indeed. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Sometimes when you reach the end of the cliff, you have to just jump, believing and knowing that God is your parachute. Hashtag, I'm ready to jump, God. Number, I trust you. Let's see what I think, Ratio, at Bow Leg Barbecue. I didn't get the Groupon. The tacos are amazing and fresh guacamole made tableside at Flying Iguana. Whatever you keep putting off until the right time, God says His time is always the right time. You can see God was working on me on that resignation this week. If you follow my page. Awesome blesses us on Mother's Day. Lady K. Williams blesses us with on Mother's Day with crumb snatchers, cardio and legs. Made that Cat Cry Today, hashtag healthy body. That moment when you realize you took 2 Benadryls by mistake and you have to work all day. Hashtag Lord help me.
Sleepy.
I love having friends that look out for me. Thanks, Carrie Kidder and your mom, for helping me get this new pulpit. I can't wait to use it on Sunday. Hashtag didn't happen. Valerie Johnson blesses us with the word. Pastor Stephanie Pilgrim blesses us for Soul Food Sunday. Cardio and upper body. Special presentation for me on my birthday. Tanya Bain blesses me on my birthday with an original poem. Thank you. My soul says thank you. I really needed to use somebody else's page, but hopefully I'm getting to something soon. And yesterday I took the biggest leap of faith ever. I turned in my 2 weeks resignation. I just keep going. I'm trying to get to the one that I think might have been. I swear this song encourages my soul. Hot off the press, Living Witness, Summer Bible Camp. Here we go. I'm getting there. Bear with me, because all this stuff is good. I'm still in the right zone. What's nice?
The ones you stole.
Oh yeah, that was the first one. That was the first detour I took. It was good. See, some other people had some too. See, where is the post? Basically, it was a post that said, "Where is it?" Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to find. I know it's somewhere here. Golly. Yeah, honey, I had a moment. Because everybody keep tagging me and they stuff. Public service announcement. I think you all should know you won't see me at your events when your presence has been a ghost at our events for the last 3 years. Hashtag truth hurts, I know. Hashtag support equals support. Feeling annoyed. Yeah, that probably wasn't the right thing. But it was the truth.
That don't make it right.
It was the truth, but that right, and that's my point. That don't make it right. So I want to challenge you when you go home to see if all your praise on Sunday is matched with everything else you say during the rest of the week. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm starting with myself. And I probably posted that because my wife wasn't around, so she couldn't stop me. Doing the right thing might not be easy. But if we are self-identified Christians, then we have to do the right thing. It's really just that simple. And I know you say, oh, it's not simple in a moment. It really is. Christ died so that we might be forgiven. And how you don't want people to take advantage of you, I want to ask you, when you going to stop taking advantage of God's forgiveness?
Come on, man.
I know 70 times 70. I know we always find a loophole. We can always find a loophole. But the truth of the matter is, we as Christians are charged. We have the responsibility to do the right thing. Even when it's not easy. Even when it doesn't feel good. That means that every time we open up our mouths, we better be careful what we say. Is God getting the glory out of it? If I take that dollar that doesn't belong to me, will God be glorified?
No.
If I take that snack or that car, actually I kind of asked, but I asked for something to drink and not to eat, and then I enjoyed the chips. But God said we have not because we asked not, and she was too far in the water for me to go. See how I can find all these loopholes of why it was okay for me why it was right for me to eat the chips? The truth of the matter is it wasn't. But thank God I'm forgiven. See, that's what we do. That's our life story. Is say, oh, but God forgives me. He does, but I'm not going to eat your chips anymore without asking. Because it's not the right thing to do. And as a Christian, I am charged and I have the responsibility to do the right thing all the time. That's the catch. To do the right thing all the time. All the time. Dalen, you have to do the right thing all the time. Man, you have to do the right thing all the time. Jesus, you have to do the right thing all the time. That means if your mom says go clean your room, guess what you got to do? Go clean your room. Zayden, I ain't gonna forget you. You got to do the right thing all the time. That means when your mom says go clean your room, what's your mom tell you to do? What's something your mama tell you to do? Clean the room. When she say clean the room, what you gonna do? Yes! Do the right thing. I want to challenge you this week to make a conscious effort to do the right thing. Actually, I want to challenge you for 21 days because they say it takes 21 days to make a habit or break a habit. So we want to break the habit of doing the wrong thing. So tomorrow's June 1st. So I want to challenge you for 21 days to do the right thing. And if you complete the challenge, it'll come natural. You'll just do it. When you catch yourself not doing the right thing, when you get ready to cuss that coworker out, you say, is it the right thing, Jesus? For your glory, I want to do the right thing. When your partner don't do what you've asked them to do, or your children don't do what you've asked them to do, several times over. Call me and I'll do the right thing. Rise to your feet if you would.